Hey radio family, we've got a new way to win. Ace TJ Prime Rewards. Win great stuff like gift cards, Ace and TJ merch, concert tickets, and exclusive money can't buy experiences. Win it all with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. It's so easy. Download the Ace and TJ family app in your app store or at acetj.com/app and start winning with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. New winners every week. Fun and free. Get the app and play Ace TJ Prime Rewards. We always knew you were a winner. Now it's your chance to prove it. Get the app today.
There is never a bad time for some good friends.
Dude, I'm in the bathroom. Get out of here.
This is the Ace and Friends radio show.
Fun, funny, and fast. Ace and Friends. I am well rested today. Nearly overslept.
Oh, cool.
Did oversleep. If it hadn't been for my wife, I would probably still be sleeping. I set one alarm. Like, for some reason, I didn't set all my alarms. I don't know why. I was so tired when I went to bed last night. I just set an alarm to wake me up at 3:30, and it went off. And then I remember I looked at my phone. She's like, "Hey, is everything okay?" I was like, "What? What? Oh, it's 4:25. What's going on?" I would have still been out. Still been out because that baby slept all night last night. Well, not all night. He woke up at some point but put himself back to sleep. So
Nice.
you don't know, man. You don't know. We're
Yeah.
gaining ground on it. We're gaining ground on it.
That NyQuil does wonders on a baby.
That little, as my dad put a little bourbon on your finger and rub it on their gums. That'll put them right to sleep.
Do they still do that?
You're not supposed to. They frown on it.
I know I've always heard that, but yeah, I feel like, they would come down on you hard. What are you doing?
Yeah, they do frown on it, I think. But that's
But
the
they
way
did it for so long.
That's some old school stuff that everybody did. And now you're not supposed to. My dad would never, he did not confirm or deny the fact that he ever did it to me as a child.
I would have no problem with it. I know that's frowned upon,
I know.
probably. But come on.
You put a little bourbon on your finger and just rub it on their gums, and apparently that kind of soothes the baby and goes right to sleep.
You're not making them do a shot. It's not the same thing.
It's not the same thing, but people frown on it now. But you're not supposed to give them any type of sleeping aid or medication for at least, well over the first year.
No melatonin.
No, nothing
Ambience.
like
No perks. No ludes.
Yeah, because you don't know what type of an effect that's going to have on the baby's body. It's a little tiny baby.
Xanny bars.
Yeah, like cutting your Xanny bar into quarters to kind of
A baby
bit.
dose.
Little baby Xanny bars.
I got leftover Ambien. You want a half?
For me, yeah. I've never taken Ambien, but I heard it's fantastic.
No, don't do it. You shouldn't do it first time either.
Because
you'll sleep good.
Yeah, that's it. Make sure everybody's out of the house, so in case I don't want to, get up and start sleepwalking and hurt anybody.
Yeah, I've always wanted to try one.
You've never taken Ambien, Riggins? That surprises me. I figured you would have.
I've never even had an Advil like PM.
Yeah, no way.
Oh, good for you.
Well, I want to do it. I'm not opposed to it. I want to take an Ambien because I feel like I would sleep for 24 hours and wake up refreshed and everything.
Yeah, you could take it on a Friday night the way you sleep, Riggins, and wake up on Sunday.
Is that how it works? Like you can sleep for a full day?
Does that work, Rob? Is that what happens?
It usually gets you to 8 hours.
Oh,
Yeah, he's not
a problem.
Riggins is talking 9 or 10 hours a day, no problem.
Yeah, an Ambien won't. It might put you to sleep faster. It might be a deeper sleep.
Yeah.
But I think in general, it's not going to do as much for you as it did for me.
I could set up like a whole pallet on the floor and like all the pillows and blankets, turn on a movie, take an Ambien.
Why would you sleep on the floor?
I don't know. I just feel like it'd be so much fun.
That just makes no sense.
Yeah.
You've got a great bed. Sleep in the bed.
Yeah.
Be comfortable.
Well, if you take the Ambien, you don't get to dictate where you fall asleep unless you're going to bed immediately.
You can fall asleep in
other
front
words,
of the fireplace.
Be in the bed when you take the Ambien. Is that it, Rob? Yeah.
Coming up on Ace and Friends.
So you've got Netflix. You got Amazon Prime. You got, what else? Max and Hulu, all these subscription services. But wait until you hear about the brand new subscription plan that's out there. It is very special. Coming up next.
This is Ace and Friends.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months, 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
Meet up with your friends.
Love it!
Ace and Friends.
We are a country that has just accepted subscription services.
Everything's a subscription.
It's just the way of life now.
I hate it.
Well, and now it's infiltrating food. Food costs more than it used to back in the day. And if you're struggling, there is an option to get that food cheaper. There's one catch. You have to eat your meals at Chuck E. Cheese.
No.
Chuck E. Cheese just announced a new subscription program which will reward people with discounted games and food. There are 3 tiers, gold, silver, and bronze. The cheapest is $7.99 a month. The silver is $11.99 a month, and the gold is $29.99 a month. So for $7.99 a month, the bronze, you get 40 games per visit and 20% off most food, drinks, and bonus games.
Okay.
So 40 games is what is it? 50 cents per game?
Oh, I don't even know. It's been so long.
Yeah. So for $7.99 a month, you get $20 worth of games for the month and 20% off most food, drinks, and everything.
40 games seems like a lot.
Yeah. Now the next one is the bronze level for $11.99 a month at Chuck E. Cheese. You get 100 games per visit and 30% off food. 100 games per visit.
Yeah, I mean that's crazy.
And 30% off the food. In the gold, you get 250 games and 50% off.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if you go to Chuck E. Cheese like every day, is that what they're saying?
No, but I think if you paid $30 a month, so pay them $30. And if you have kids and you say, hey, let's go once a week to Chuck E. Cheese, you're getting 50% off every time you go, which is going to save you more than $30, I bet. And you're getting 250 games every time you go.
But it's probably $29.99 per family or per kid.
I don't know. It just says.
Yeah, I mean, if it was for the whole group, that is a great deal.
Yeah, it doesn't say. Oh, you can go every day and you can bring up to 6 family members.
Okay.
So it's up to
that
6
is a good
family
deal.
members.
$30.
That's an amazing deal.
Yeah. It's a lot of games.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted.
The games alone kind of make it worth it. That's crazy.
Guess what? We're going to go play 400 games today.
That's right. And I'm ready to go. You've got 100 games left to play. Get out.
Good Lord.
We're not leaving until all these games are used,
It's
man.
crazy.
This is Ace and Friends.
All right, here we are with our friend Richard Toccato, and this is a great time to refinance, right, Richard?
It is. The rates are lower than they've been since 2023. So if you need cash out, equity, or refinance, give us a call.
It is a great opportunity to save yourself a lot of money right now. And all you got to do is make one free 5-minute phone call. 704-800-4719. It's 704-800-4719 or homewithrichard.com. Save yourself some money right now. Homewithrichard.com or 704-800-4719. The Richard Toccato Companies.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
Ace and Friends.
One thing we can all agree on is that we are all not attracted to the same thing. Something that Riggins might find attractive in a woman is not the same thing that I would find attractive. Different women are attracted to different things. Like this lady who's going viral, maybe not in the best way, for her opinion on what makes a man unattractive.
This is my personal opinion, but there's nothing more unattractive to me than a man that goes to work and wears like a suit and tie and shiny little shoes and types on his little laptop with his soft little hands.
The blue collar man is having a moment right now.
He is.
The blue collar employee is having a moment, and I think it's nice to see that not just women but people in general are waking up to the fact that, man, there's a good living that can be made.
Sure.
Being a blue collar worker.
Yeah.
And a lot of women are attracted to a hardworking, honest 9-to-5 kind of guy. And I've often said there is a lot to be said for that life.
Sure.
You wake up, you go to work, you come home, and when you come home, you're off from work. And there's something wonderful about that.
I've just never heard somebody say, like, I find the opposite gross with his soft little hands typing on a laptop, but I kind of get it. It's like, that does not strike you as like the guy that's going to defend his family and works super hard and to bring in a paycheck, and I get the understanding. She'd go,
yeah. I think that you're seeing a lot more of that too.
Yeah.
I think there's also an undercurrent, and maybe it's just kind of what you get into when you read and look on social media. You kind of start to get these TikToks of women that are saying, "Hey, there seems to be a movement, not necessarily trad wife, but moving toward, hey." These women are like, I like taking care of a man who gets up every day and goes, well, I like making him breakfast. I like that when he comes home, I have dinner ready for him. And they have a good, stable, solid foundation of a life together. There's something to be said for that.
Yeah, for sure.
And a lot of times those women are very attractive.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which may be how I stumbled upon them on TikTok or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The trad wife. Is your wife interested in being a trad wife?
I think she likes the concept. Yeah, she likes the idea of being a stay-at-home mom and taking care of the kids and all that kind of stuff.
But when you got to start baking your own bread, and that's where it gets a little sticky.
No, she's doing that. She still likes to use DoorDash a lot.
Yeah.
Can you be a trad wife if you're DoorDashing everything on the food?
Chick-fil-A every day.
This is Ace and Friends.
So not only is our friend Richard Toccato from the Richard Toccato Companies an expert when it comes to mortgage things, he's also an expert when it comes to buying, selling, and doing all things real estate, right?
Absolutely. We had one of your listeners call in. We got her pre-approved for a mortgage. We listed the house she was in. She was ecstatic, and she got into another house. Whether you need to buy, sell, or refinance your house, I'm your guy.
You simply can't beat that. It's like one-stop shopping. It makes life easy. Call them 704-800-4719 or online at homewithrichard.com.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
The Johnson Group has been cleaning some of Charlotte's most prestigious businesses since 1985. Family owned and operated. Learn more at acetj.com/clean. It's first class cleaning with the Johnson Group.
Ace and Friends.
So the three of us on the show here are in very different relationship scenarios. Rob, Tech D Rob, and his girlfriend Meredith have been together for 9 years, but will not be taking the next step toward marriage until she gets rid of that dog.
Correct.
One of the two. Rob's rules. Regan is completely single, and I have been married to my much younger wife now for 3.5 years. We have a 13-month-old. So it makes this game a lot more fun, and I think it's more fun for you to play as well. I'm going to share a relationship scenario, then tell me on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being most likely, how likely it is that this would cause you to end the relationship.
Okay.
Okay. Your partner constantly likes and comments on their ex's social media posts. They say it's harmless, but it bothers you. 1 to 10, how likely are you to end that relationship?
Constantly? That puts it up higher for me.
It would be like if my ex-wife posted stuff and I constantly went on and like, oh.
Yeah, that's not, I can't, I don't want that.
Yeah.
I'd say an 8.
I was going to say an 8 as well for me. Rob?
I was going 6 or 7.
Okay. Your partner never posts pictures of the two of you together on social media, despite being very active online. When you ask why, they say they prefer to keep their private life offline. Scale of 1 to 10, how likely are you to end the relationship?
1.
Really? Doesn't bother either one of you very much?
No.
Okay. It doesn't bother me a lot. I'd say a 4, maybe. You discover that your partner has been using a dating app just for fun and insists they're not meeting anyone. Scale of 1 to 10.
That's such a, well, I was going to say it's such a girl thing, but I bet a lot of guys do that too. I'll go, she's doing it just for fun.
Yeah.
Then I'm a 4, maybe a 3.
Rob?
I'm gonna go 6 because I'm not gonna believe that story.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 6 or 7. Now that sounds like it would be fun to do.
Yeah, it's just,
I would love to do that. I'm not going to because my wife would not think that's fun at all.
you would love to?
I think that would be fun just to see who's out there, if anybody would have any interest in me.
Yeah, why is your voice going up higher?
Because it would be fun.
How revealing.
If only she'd let me do it.
It would be fun just to know who else is out there that might have an interest in you.
Amanda, if you're listening, let him know that it's cool.
No, I think it's any time. Or she'll never let me know it's cool, but it's not cool. I can recognize two things. Two things can be true at once. It's not cool, but it would be fun to do.
Interesting.
It'd be fun to know what
Eye-opening.
my other options are.
Exactly, Rob. Is that so bad to say? It doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean you do anything. But if you do, oh, wow, there's a lot of people that be attracted to me. That'd be cool.
I thought we were cool.
This is Ace and Friends.
All right, here we are with our friend Richard Toccato, and this is a great time to refinance, right, Richard?
It is. The rates are lower than they've been since 2023. So if you need cash out, equity or refinance, give us a call.
It is a great opportunity to save yourself a lot of money right now. And all you got to do is make one free 5-minute phone call. 704-800-4719. It's 704-800-4719 or homewithrichard.com. Save yourself some money right now. Homewithrichard.com or 704-800-4719. The Richard Toccato Companies.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
Currents is Lake Norman's #1 lifestyle magazine. Every month, Currents brings you the latest news on what's happening in the Lake Norman area. They've been serving the Lake Norman community for over 13 years. See the latest issue of Currents now at lncurrents.com.
Meet up with your friends.
Love it!
Ace and Friends.
Okay, so apparently I have said something terribly wrong a few minutes ago. We were playing this game where you rate how likely you are to break up in a relationship 1 to 10 based upon the scenario that we give. And one of them was that your partner, you discover that your partner has been using a dating app just for fun, but insists they're not into meeting anyone. They were just doing it for fun. Would you end the relationship? Reagan said it wouldn't bother him that much, maybe a 4. Rob, what'd you say, a 6?
I think so, yeah.
6 because you wouldn't necessarily believe them?
Right.
That they were just doing it just for fun. And I said, two things can be true. It's something you shouldn't do, but it would be fun to do. And I think it would be fun to see, and I think here's part of the thing. Never having been on a dating app or anything, I think it would be interesting to see, who would be interested in me, if anyone would be. What would that look like? But it's not something I'm going to do because it would be wrong and inappropriate. And as we have, shown many times on this show, I don't do things that are either A, wrong or B, inappropriate.
I would say, you know what though?
I'm pretty much immune to wrong and inappropriate.
I'd say at least one of those is true.
Which one?
You wouldn't do something that's wrong, I don't think, personally.
But inappropriate.
Inappropriate.
I've been known to be inappropriate from time to time.
Inappropriate is a much larger scale.
Right. And it's much more inappropriate is much more subjective.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Because there are things I've done before that some people feel are inappropriate, while others, I didn't.
Yeah, clearly.
So you have to take that into consideration.
Sure.
So let me give you another scenario and see what you would think. 1 to 10, your partner is still friends with their ex, and they often hang out one-on-one. They say it's purely platonic, but it makes you uncomfortable. Scale of 1 to 10, how much does that bother you? Would you end the relationship over it? It's an ex,
yeah.
And they hang out.
Yeah, that's weird. I'd go 8 again.
Yeah, I'd go 8 or 9.
That's a lot, especially if they don't have kids involved. If they have kids involved and say they meet up and sit together at the ball game and hang out, that's a different scenario than this. But just, hey, you want to grab some lunch? Maybe it was for lunch on Thursday. They're just sitting there hanging out and having lunch together. It's weird.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah. That can be a stressful scenario, too, when you're divorced.
Yeah, but I think it's less bad. I can't find the right word. If they are divorced. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you do have that connection. You were married for a long time. I think it's less suspicious if you got divorced.
Really?
Than if you were just dating. It's like, okay, but you have no ties to this person. It's your ex-boyfriend or your ex-girlfriend. Why are you still... you can't be I can't be friends with exes like that.
You're not friends with any exes?
Not where I want to go to lunch with them.
Yeah. You wouldn't go to lunch if they invited you?
Yeah, if I had that relationship, I just haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I would have that. I just wouldn't be able to have that relationship with somebody. I'm cutting all ties if we're not going out anymore.
Yeah.
Are you
the coolest?
Are you deleting all photos?
From where?
Yes.
From anywhere. Your phone, Rob. Are you, Riggins?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm deleting everything.
Probably. Yeah.
I don't want that temptation. I can't handle it. Why do you make that? Why you smile like that, Riggins?
Temptation because from your exes, you said?
Yeah. It'd be like that's got to go. You got to delete everything.
Really?
Clean sweep. Got to go. Do you disagree?
No.
You've deleted everything from everybody in the
Absolutely.
past? Good for you. It's the way it should be. Don't look at the camera.
This is Ace and Friends.
Well, here we are, another new year, and you're again going to try to lose that weight you've been needing to lose for a long time. Well, here's what you need. You need Calitrin to help, because Calitrin is not a drug. No, not at all. It is natural and effective. It's scientifically proven to help you lose weight and get better sleep. When you buy 3 months supply of Calitrin, you will get 3 months free right now, and consistency is the key with Calitrin. So order it today at acetj.com/weight loss. It's Calitrin.
Kind of bad. Because when it started, I thought this person is an idiot and was kind of giggling. And then I figured out, oh, wait, I see what's happening here. See if you can figure out what's going on.
Where is your emergency? Yeah, I was trying to find out if I needed to bring like any check stubs or a letter from the school, you know, saying that I'll be subbing or whatever.
I'm sorry? This is Belmont 911.
Yes, ma'am.
What is your emergency?
Well, I was needing to find out if you guys would need, like the copy of the birth certificate or something from the school showing that I'll be subbing or whatever.
Ma'am, this is for life or death emergencies.
Wait for it. Here we go.
What is your life or death emergency?
Okay.
Do you have a life or death emergency?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, who's dying or who's getting hurt?
My name is...
Uh-huh.
They cut out the name.
Well, she's 3.
And you're...
Yes, ma'am. I can get that from the principal at Vincent.
Okay. Someone's there and you can't tell me?
Yes, ma'am. When is the next appointment y'all have? Like, when is y'all waiting list?
What is going on?
Well, somebody's in the room. She's on the phone with 911 pretending to be calling about a job, and she's trying to let them know, I have a life or death situation here. I need an officer. Stat.
Oh. Crazy, right?
It took me a minute to figure it out. So I was like, where are we going? And then she goes, you have a life or death situation? Yes, ma'am. And I was like, oh, wait, I think I see what she's doing now.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Well, I'm glad you, because I was about to roast her.
No, it's okay, Rob. I'm with you. I was the same way. But when it started, I was like, what are we doing here? Then, oh, I think I know where this is going. And then suddenly,
Wasting my time, wasting that lady's time.
There was another viral one from a few years ago where the woman says, he calls 911, says, hi, I'd like to order a pizza. She's like, ma'am, this is 911. Mm-hmm. She's like, I'd like to order a pizza with pepperoni, apartment, and the operator finally realizes and goes, oh, okay. So,
it's got to be a part of their training.
Yeah,
it's got to be a part of their training to recognize that. Because but fair to her, it takes a second for the operator to realize what's happening, because you've got to kind of vet that situation all the way through.
Yeah, there's a lot of comments. People are like, this person should be fired. No. It's like, well, they're trying to work it out.
It takes a minute. It takes a second, and the person on the phone knows that.
Yeah.
But that lady was smart the way she handled that. She just kept saying, so do I need to bring this or that? You know, just kept dragging it out until she's going to figure out what I need any minute now.
Yeah.
That is intense.
Yeah.
This is Ace and Friends.
So not only is our friend Richard Toccato from the Richard Toccato Companies an expert when it comes to mortgage things, he's also an expert when it comes to buying, selling, and doing all things real estate, right?
Absolutely. We had one of your listeners call in. We got her pre-approved for a mortgage. We listed the house she was in. She was ecstatic, and she got into another house. Whether you need to buy, sell, or refinance your house, I'm your guy.
You simply can't beat that. It's like one-stop shopping. It makes life easy. Call them, 704-800-4719 or online at homewithrichard.com.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
Create an unforgettable experience with the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com. Weddings, banquets, shows, expos, they do it all at the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com.
Ace and Friends.
We've got something interesting happening on our social media that I find fascinating. The other day, and we've come back to this a couple of times, but it keeps fueling itself. We ask a simple question. Ladies only, what is your dating advice for men? And the answers keep pouring in. But one thing I keep seeing more and more is don't lie and make yourself out to be something you are not. But there was a survey that was done recently that showed that on social media, people lie about 50% of the time, male and female.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Riggins, you've been on dating apps in the past. Did you just accept when you looked at somebody's profile that probably part of this is a lie?
No, you don't think. Oh, I didn't. I never thought like that.
Were there times though when you would meet someone or start talking to someone that you realize, oh, this person, that's not true. That's not what they said. That's not like what they said in their
never like that.
profile.
But what has happened is like the pictures aren't an accurate reflection of who's sitting across from you. Now, if they say that's lying, then maybe. But I've never had somebody be like, I went to this school, or I have 3 sisters, and I,
because the pictures were from a few years ago.
Yeah,
they weren't recent, or
or their hair was styled in a certain way, and you're like, well, it doesn't look like that now.
Yeah.
But so that they might consider that lying. But if somebody's just straight up saying like, oh, I have a PhD in blah blah blah, and they don't, then that's really bad.
And I loved this one. A lady named Amanda said, stop playing video games. This seems very personal towards someone. Stop playing video games with us. Sitting on the couch while you chat online and are in a virtual world does not count for quality time, even if you think it does.
No, that's true.
Quality time is spent doing something together. Oh, and your buddies should not be a part of your daily life for 4+ hours when you deliberately decided to choose to date. No one forced you to. Friends are great, but they aren't a part of the relationship you're attempting to have. Grow up.
Ooh. Yeah, that did seem pointed.
Yeah. So she just sits there on the couch while he plays video games.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Well, she's the problem.
In what way, Rob?
There's plenty. I can't even list them out.
Does Meredith ever complain about how much you play video games when she's in the house?
Not really, because I don't play them very often anymore, to be honest.
Does she ever complain about how much you're gone playing your board games?
Not to my face, but I'm sure she doesn't like it.
She's got her own life. I mean, she's doing her own thing too.
She is what is the phrase? Bebop and scatting all over the place.
Yeah, she's very independent.
Yeah, it works for
But
them.
I like Rob's philosophy. I'm sure she does, but not to me.
She ain't gonna say it to my face.
So like he knows it's a problem, but he's like, I'm not gonna change.
It's only a problem if you tell me it's a problem. And she ain't told me, so
I can't argue with that.
Okay, there you go.
Follow Ace and Friends on all social media platforms at Ace Cannon Media. More Ace and Friends coming up.
All right, here we are with our friend Richard Toccato, and this is a great time to refinance, right, Richard?
It is. The rates are lower than they've been since 2023. So if you need cash out, equity, or refinance, give us a call.
It is a great opportunity to save yourself a lot of money right now, and all you got to do is make one free 5-minute phone call. 704-800-4719. It's 704-800-4719 or homewithrichard.com. Save yourself some money right now. Homewithrichard.com or 704-800-4719. The Richard Toccato Companies.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
This is Ace and Friends.
There's a list that came out from BuzzFeed. People talking about actors and actresses and celebrities who are difficult to work with. And some of them, like I've been around Dr. Phil before. Years ago. He was super cool. And people saying he was arrogant and rude.
I have heard that.
That he's arrogant?
Yeah.
Really?
open the door.
Yeah.
Open the door before I throw rocks through your window.
Scarlett Johansson was on the list. Ben Stiller, Russell Crowe, Michael Cera, Blake Lively, which surprises me.
Yeah, I didn't get the Michael Cera one.
Yeah.
He's like a little nerd.
I refuse to believe that Blake Lively's that way.
I can't believe that. But, okay. But who do you think? Like, who do you think would be difficult to be around as a celebrity?
Madonna.
Yes, for sure.
There are some. Madonna and Jennifer Lopez, I think, probably shoot right to the top of the list, whether that's fair or not.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift, yes or no?
No.
I don't think so either.
I can't remember her last name, but Regis and Kelly, whatever her last name.
Kelly Ripa?
Kelly Ripa, yeah. I think she would be hard.
Yeah, maybe.
That's not a bad one. I can see
Maybe.
that, Rob. What about Ben Affleck?
Yeah. He doesn't seem like he's...
I don't know that I would agree with that one.
I think it depends on the day. Like, one day he could be super cool. The next day, not as cool.
I mean, I think he's just like everybody else. He just gets worn out with people, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think he's kind of a day-to-day guy. Maybe he's having a bad morning and he's not in a good mood, just doesn't want to be bothered. Or other days he rolls in and he's probably the most jovial person around.
And I guarantee you it's a situation, that's why he's not with Jennifer Lopez anymore.
Brad Pitt?
Yeah, he's probably cool.
I just think he seems. I think he seems really cool to me.
Yeah.
I don't know why he would make a list like that.
I think he would be cool.
Yeah, I think so too. Okay, we did Taylor Swift. What about Travis Kelce?
Nah.
You don't think he'd be easy to get along with?
No, he gets on my nerves.
Okay, he might. How does he get on your nerves, Rob?
I've seen clips of their podcasts, and he's not very good at it. His brother, I love his brother though. I do love his brother.
Okay, but not being good at a podcast is different than being hard to deal with.
I disagree.
Rob just decided, if I don't like you, I just don't like anything about you. Yeah, I think he'd be okay. I don't think he would be very problematic.
Okay.
Lady Gaga, she performed at the Olympics.
That's tough. I'd like to believe that she'd be cool despite her sort of larger than life persona, but maybe she's not cool. No, I think she's probably cool.
I think she's probably pretty cool.
Yeah, I think she's cool as long as you're not like interfering with her work, which she takes really seriously.
Yeah, I think she's probably cool as long as you're not making a big deal about her being Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
Right. If you're cool and laid back, she will be too, I bet.
I'll give you one that I think would be a pain to be around.
Oh.
Katy Perry.
Oh, yeah. I bet.
Something about her I think would be difficult.
High maintenance, you think?
Yeah. And like a little full of herself. And
I would agree. I would say that seems right to me.
Yeah. I think I'd rather be around Mariah Carey
than Katy Perry.
Oh, really?
Because at least Mariah Carey has like, the background to back up being just a total jerk.
Katy Perry's a superstar.
Yeah, she's not Mariah Carey.
She's definitely on the decline. Mariah Carey is hot every Christmas.
Good point, Rob.
Yeah.
That's a fair point.
We came here to have a good time. This is Ace and Friends.
It's been a debate here for years.
Does great furniture look good?
Or does it feel good?
Does it fit the style of the room good?
Or does it sit good?
Well, after years of debate
And years of research.
we've decided great furniture
Is good fitting?
and good sitting.
Love where you live, Lake Norman, and get an Adirondack chair for just $279. In stock and ready to rock only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
Meet up with your friends.
Love it!
Ace and Friends.
You are about to encounter a man who's having quite a day. And now I'm not saying he's right. I'm not saying he's wrong. But he is wearing a backwards bright red baseball cap and a bright red jacket over a floral shirt and some shorts and I think slides of some sort.
Yeah.
And he's in a bit of a mood. And he is encountered by a woman who is filming herself in an elevator. And the voice you're going to hear maybe off to the side is either her husband or boyfriend telling her to get out of the way because he's waiting to get in the elevator while she kind of shimmies and sways and films herself. So here we go.
What are you doing? Are you doing a video of yourself? Yeah. Or me? Are you secretly filming me?
Who are you? Mr. Red?
That ain't for you to know. I'm the dude going to the 12th floor that just decided today to divorce his wife after 15 years. That's who the I am. Who are you?
Hello.
That's who I am.
What a classic response.
My man has had a couple of drinks. Well, he's gone and got himself a hotel. He's made the decision to divorce his wife.
12th floor.
Whatever reason. So for sake of conversation, let's assume something probably happened and he feels justified. He goes and gets himself a hotel room. He's had a couple of drinks. He's got some liquor under his arm. He's going back up to his room and he's decided today's the day I'm free of this.
Yep.
And you're going to stop and start putting a phone in my face in the middle of the elevator? I just wanted to go to the 12th floor. So I'll tell you who I am.
I'm the man on the 12th floor who just decided to divorce his wife after 15 years. That's who the blank I am. That's amazing.
That's a story these people will remember for the rest of their lives.
Yes.
Well, and then he tags it with, who are you? Like, how are you possibly going to top what I just told you?
Are you doing a video of yourself? Yeah. Or me? Are you secretly filming me?
Who are you? Mr. Red?
That ain't for you to know. I'm the dude going to the 12th floor that just decided today to divorce his wife after 15 years. That's who the I am. Who are you?
Legend. He's a legend.
This is Ace and Friends.
Meal delivery services are a big thing right now, but Table and Twine is your local meal delivery service. The meals are fresh, not frozen like national chains. Plus, their meals start at just $7.99 a serving. Take back that time in your day, leave the shopping, preparation, and cooking to Table and Twine. Get details at tableandtwine.com. That's tableandtwine.com.
All
This is Ace and Friends.
We talked a lot about relationships today and what would end a relationship with some pretty interesting scenarios. But how would you want a relationship to end? I saw this was a pretty good question. Here are your options: face-to-face, FaceTime, voice message, text, email, or just be ghosted. So she breaks up with you, Riggins.
Yeah.
How do you want it to happen?
How long have we been together?
You want to be ghosted?
No. Oh. Well, it depends on how long we've been together.
Say 2 years.
2 years, I want to do it face to face.
Face to face. Okay. Yeah. If you break up with her, how do you want to do it? Does it differ if you're doing the breaking up?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. Tag D Rob, you and Meredith end your relationship of 9 years. God forbid. Mm-hmm. How do you want it to happen?
Text message.
After 9 years, you just want Meredith to send you a text message and go, hey, it doesn't work for me anymore. You need to get your stuff and get out of the house.
I don't want to do it face to face.
Okay. Interesting.
How do you want?
Yeah. How would you choose to break up with her?
Oh, me? I would love to do it via text if that's the way I could, but I don't feel like that's fair to do it.
Well, good. I'm glad.
Thank God.
Because you're not very, I was going to say, you are not a man. If you, after 9 years, you'd be like, I'm just going to text her.
That's not fair. That would not be fair to her.
Right.
How would you want it done to you?
Face to face.
You want face to face.
You look me in my damn eye. You look me in the eye and tell me. And I'm okay with it if you're, and I'm not okay with it if you're cool with it. I mean, if you just say, this doesn't work for me anymore, blah, 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 blah. It's not working. Like, okay, that's fair enough. But be
face to face.
Yeah. After all that I've done and given, at least face to face.
Uh-oh. Would you do it? You would obviously do it face to face with her too.
Face to face. But unless I had just run off somewhere.
Yeah. Is that a possibility?
Unless I was just driving up here one day and I made a left turn instead of going straight and just kept driving. And next thing I know, I'm like, I don't know how I got to Connecticut, but what's going on?
Yeah. Viva la Mexico.
Which has happened. I don't know. Oh, I have to go right to go to Mexico. I just ended up in Mexico.
We came here to have a good time. This is Ace and Friends.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months, 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
Meet up with your friends.
Love it!
Ace and Friends.
So Riggins has recently acquired a beef with the country of Australia.
Yeah.
And it turns out, though, maybe Australians ask for it. Because this woman says she travels a lot around the world in her TikTok, and Australians really have a problem with Americans. Now, she starts with a little clip kind of as a setup thing here.
We checked on those Australians that have weird one-sided beef with the U.S. Olympic team.
Okay, this doesn't just happen in sports. Australia has one-sided beef with America everywhere, and I know this because I travel and backpack a lot, and that's a pretty common thing for Australians to do. So I've been in a lot of like hostels and buses and activities like on like the backpacker trail throughout the world in both Europe and Latin America, where there's a lot of Australians. And Australians don't like Americans, and it's very one-sided because we like Australians fine. Like I feel like a lot of us grew up watching like Steve Irwin and H2O and like all the bits of Australian culture that we got through media and entertainment. Like we thought Australia was cool. Like we don't have an issue with Australia, but like Australians do not want to hang out with Americans. They're not very nice to us. I have made some Australian friends because you can't generalize an entire population of people, but overall, like I've met people from all over the world, all different countries, and Australia was the one place like if I heard a bunch of people with Australian accents, I would be like, oh, this might be about to be a thing. They're not going.
That's crazy,
man.
Which is so different from my experience. In 2000, I got to go to the Olympics. Coca-Cola did a thing and sent a bunch of us to the Olympics to broadcast, and we did a show live from the Olympics every night in Sydney, Australia. And they could not have been nicer. They were the best people, super welcoming. Loved Americans, were unbelievably friendly, and wanted to make certain that your time in their country was exceptional.
But it was also the Olympics. So they got to put their best foot forward. She's talking about just going, throughout the year. She's been everywhere. And I think when you come from a place like that where you've been everywhere and you say these people don't like us, like my dad was the same way. He could pick out countries He's a traveling salesman. He could pick out the countries they like. They don't like us.
But
and guess what? We don't like them either.
Were there a lot more places that he was liked?
Yeah.
Than he wasn't?
Sure.
I have a friend of mine, very good friend, who travels the world now for his job. And I was asking him about that recently. He's like, dude, forget that. Everybody loves Americans. Everybody wants to know about America. He goes, I've never encountered, he goes, rarely do I encounter somebody who is anti the American person.
Yeah, my dad did.
So what is your beef with Australia? What started it, Riggins?
Well, that first video about that Australian woman coming over here and saying we fly too many flags.
Yeah.
It just shows like you don't have the same pride in your country that we do in ours. And we have pride in our country because it's the greatest country in the history of human civilization. Period. End of story. That irritated me. And then all these stories about the Olympics, like that guy was pointing out, they got a one-sided beef. We're not thinking about Australia. You are not a major player in geopolitics in any way. And keep your mouth shut, or we're going to come down there and slap you around.
Wait, hang on. We're going to I want to make this a TikTok. This is what we should be posted right here.
Slap you around.
This is Ace and Friends.
If you want all of the heating, air, and electrical work in your house done by the very best, then you need Bradham Brothers. They've been a family business thriving for over 50 years, and that means they're doing something right. Go to Bradham Brothers.
Ace and Friends.
It seems to me, and tell me what y'all think, that there is a move away from working in corporate America by a lot of people. They want a more simple life. Younger generation.
Yeah.
Doesn't have an interest. Like this girl.
I gotta be honest, I quit my corporate job that made me like $200,000 a year. And all I can think about is working like back of house at a restaurant. Like I truly think that like that's the only thing that will make me happy. Like the thought of going back into corporate America, like in any capacity, just doesn't make me happy. Like I'm not like the joy that it would be to like work on the grill, you know, serve up orders, quick, fast communication with customers. Like that's like what I want to do.
Well, that's easy to do. You can get that job.
That is a crazy thing to say.
She had a $200,000 a year job and she's quit it.
That sounds significantly harder work to me.
Yeah,
working
is.
in a restaurant sounds.
But it's not
on the grill.
It's not how difficult the work is. It's about the satisfaction that she gains from it.
Oh God.
Yeah, I mean,
and there's a lot to be said for that. Doing something that makes you happy and leaves you satisfied, as long as you are accepting of the limitations of that job. Good for you. There is no way I would ever quit a $200,000 a year job. There's virtually, let me say this, virtually no way, unless it was like, look, what we're doing here is like it's criminal, or I'm morally bankrupt doing this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But man, $200,000 a year to go out, and I don't know what you make as a working back of house at a restaurant.
Working the grill.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just a crazy thing.
I get the level of satisfaction of we produce this. I do this every day. It makes people happy. We have a good time doing it. You know, I'm working with other people in a close-knit set of circumstances, and what we do provides enjoyment and sustenance for people in the restaurant. I get that.
Yeah.
But you got to live too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But there seem to be more and more, especially younger people, that are making that move. Like they're doing something that makes them happy.
Yeah.
As opposed and accepting of the fact that I'm never going to get rich. You know, they're not interested in growth.
Yeah.
In that way, like from a financial standpoint, as much.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if it's right. I don't know if it's wrong.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably upsides and downsides to both of those, but I know they also don't stay at one job for very long. Like they move around a lot because they just realize like this position, it's not making me happy. It's like, well, yeah, I get it. You're not supposed to be. It's not your life. Your job is not your life. You know.
Oh, it's not. There's the mistake I've made in life.
This is your life?
Yeah.
I hope not. This would be a sad life.
So much of my life depends on this right here. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, don't say that, Rob. What was that? Rob goes, oh.
We came here to have a good time. This is Ace and Friends.
So not only is our friend Richard Toccato from the Richard Toccato Company an expert when it comes to mortgage things, he's also an expert when it comes to buying, selling, and doing all things real estate, right?
Absolutely. We had one of your listeners call in. We got her pre-approved for a mortgage. We listed the house she was in. She was ecstatic, and she got into another house. Whether you need to buy, sell, or refinance your house, I'm your guy.
You simply can't beat that. It's like one-stop shopping. It makes life easy. Call them 704-800-4719 or online at homewithrichard.com.
Richard Toccato Company, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
Meet up with your friends.
Love it!
Ace and Friends.
Chapel Rowan's having a moment. This is her time. She's got a hit on her hands. She's playing big festivals, outdoor shows. But she's also yelling at the people in the VIP to get involved in the show.
It's so weird that VIP thinks they're so way too cool to do this.
She's coming back for him again one more time. Here we go.
Do it or I'm calling you on stage.
She's pointing at the VIP people. Do it or I'm calling you on stage.
I mean, screams it. You're no fun.
Yeah.
Because she does this dance during the song Hot to Go where you do kind of like the YMCA, but the Hot to Go letters, and they were not doing it. But also, it's a music festival. Maybe they're not there for you. I know it's hard to believe, but it is a music festival where they have a lot of people perform.
Yeah, Post Malone came on later, and I don't feel like it's the same crowd anymore.
Maybe I came to chill with Post Malone a little bit.
Yeah, I think if it's your concert, that's one thing. In a venue, and you're like, hey, VIP, I know you spent a lot of money, but you're at my show. But you're at a music festival.
But also, I
don't know if I want to participate in all your choreography.
I don't.
I just kind of want to hang out
Especially if I rolled up and paid all the extra money I paid to sit over here in the VIP section.
Yeah, I just think that was a weird reaction.
Well, it's one thing to try to get people into a show.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously not on the same level. But having fronted a band for 20 years, it's part of the gig. And you try to get everybody involved. And you got to work that crowd. But throwing barbs at them really is not the best way to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't get it.
There are better ways to do that.
I think it may have just been more of a show for the people not in the VIP at that point.
It probably was. Just a way to connect with
everybody
people.
Everybody get hyped up!
Yeah. You're right, Rob. It probably was more of a move to like, hey, I'm going to connect with the people down here in the front and get them really into it.
Y'all are enjoying this a lot more than those people in the VIP.
You like Chaperone, Rob. Would you do the choreography that she does during that song?
Hell no.
You wouldn't?
No, I love her album. I'm a big fan.
But you wouldn't do that?
I'm not doing that.
If she was standing on the side of the stage while she was pointing at the VIP and pointing directly at you, and you're standing there holding a beer while she's pointing, would you just flip her off?
I'm not going to flip her off. We took this to a different level.
This is Ace and Friends.
Hey, radio family, we've got a new way to win. Ace TJ Prime Rewards. Win great stuff like gift cards, Ace and TJ merch, concert tickets, and exclusive money can't buy experiences. Win it all with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. It's so easy. Download the Ace and TJ family app in your app store or at acetj.com/app and start winning with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. New winners every week. Fun and free. Get the app and play Ace TJ Prime Rewards. We always knew you were a winner. Now it's your chance to prove it. Get the app today.